Okay, question 7 deals with chain rule. Chain rule is when you have things in the parentheses raised to a number, something raised to a number, something raised to something, raised to a number. So for chain rule, the basic idea is that the exponent is going to go to the front, the inside is going to stay the same, and then you subtract 1 from the exponent, so that in this case would become 2. So we have 3. The 3 exponent goes in front. The inside stays the same, 4x to the 5th minus 3x to the 4th minus 9x. Subtract 1 from the exponent, 3 minus 1 is 2. Then you multiply by the derivative of the inside. So the derivative of 4x to the 5th is 20x to the 4. The derivative of minus 3x to the 4th is minus 12x to the 3rd. And the derivative of minus 9x is minus 9. Now, at this point, it is correct. You can leave it totally like that. If you wanted to simplify it a bit, you could distribute the 3, but not to the 4x to the 5th minus 3x to the 4th minus 9x squared because of the squared. You could distribute, if you wanted to the second part there, and in parentheses matter, and you could have 60x to the 4th minus 36x to the 3rd minus 27 times 4x to the 5th minus 3x to the 4th minus 9x squared. And really it's the same. They're the same. One has the 3 factored out, one doesn't. That would be really a matter of preference. Okay, so that's the first one. The second one, we have 7 times x squared minus 2x plus 8 raised to the 4. So again, the 4 is going to go to the front, but there's already a 7 there, so 4 times 7 is 28. The inside stays the same, x squared minus 2x plus 8, 4 minus 1 is 3. Times the derivative of the inside, the derivative of x squared minus 2x plus 8, derivative of x squared is 2x, derivative of minus 2x is minus 2, derivative of 8 is 0. So again, we can leave it totally like that. That would be correct. That would be chain rule. But if you wanted to distribute the 28, again, you can't distribute to the first part with the cubed. You could distribute to the other part, the second part. So 28 times 2 would be 56x minus 28 times 2 would be 56 in parentheses times x squared minus 2x plus 8 cubed. So either one would be correct. I technically would prefer the first one, kind of leave it as is, and that would totally be correct. Totally be correct and simplified. Now, for the next two, you're going to want to rewrite it first. So for example, if we had the square root, again, the square root of 7x cubed minus 2x, I would rewrite. Notice it's not the derivative, just a rewrite. Instead of square root, it's 7x to the 3rd minus 2x raised to the 1/2. Remember, the inside is all raised to the 1. Square root, there's a 2 there. That's where the 1/2 comes from. Then you can take the derivative using chain rule. The 1/2 goes to the front. Inside stays the same. 7x cubed minus 2x. 1/2 minus 1 is negative 1/2. Then times the derivative of the inside. Derivative of 7x cubed is 21x squared. Derivative of minus 2x is minus 2. Then this is where the simplifying comes in. Then negative 1/2, I can move to the denominator. So that's 7x cubed minus 2x raised to the positive 1/2. I'm moving it to the denominator. Then the 1/2 I can distribute if I wanted to. So half of 21 would be 10.5. X squared minus half of 2 is 1. And you can leave the answer like that. Again, the one above it is still also correct. It's just a little more simplified, maybe a little bit easier to deal with. Okay? Same thing with the next one. With the next one, we're going to rewrite it. Notice it's not the derivative rewrite. But see how it's 5 over x plus 9 to the 3? Well, using our exponent rules, we can move that x plus 9 up, but then instead of a positive 3, it becomes a negative 3. So that's just a rewrite, Then when we take the derivative of that, negative 3 times 5 is negative 15. Inside stays the same. X plus 9, negative 3 minus 1, be careful, is negative 4. And then the derivative of the inside, derivative of 1x is 1, derivative of 9 is 0. So to clean that up, that would become negative 15 times 1 is negative 15. I can move that x plus 9 to the denominator. and raised to the positive 4. So again, that'd be negative 15 over x plus 9 raised to the positive 4 would be your final answer there. And the next two, we're kind of combining and adding some special cases there. So again, the first one doesn't need to be rewritten, so we're okay there. So if we had 4 times 5x minus e to the 3x raised to the negative 2, to take the derivative, the negative 2 would go to the front. Negative 2 times 4 is negative 8. Inside stays the same, 5x minus e to the 3x. Instead of negative 2 minus 1 is negative 3, times the derivative of the inside. The derivative of 5x is 5. The derivative of negative e to the 3x, step 1, rewrite it, minus e to the 3x times the derivative of the inside, or derivative of the exponent, 3x is 3, close parenthesis. So we have negative 8 times 5x minus e to the 3x raised to the negative 3 times 5 minus e to the 3x times 3. Now to simplify a bit, make it look a little bit nicer, that raised to the negative 3, all of that can go to the denominator, 5x minus e to the 3x, but now raised to the positive 3. Then we're left with negative 8 times 5 minus 3 times e to the 3x. You can totally leave it like that. That would be a nice simplified answer. If you wanted to distribute the negative 8 to the top, you could. It's very similar. It's the same, but just a little similar form, a little different form. But it'd be negative 40 plus 24 e to the 3x over 5x minus e to the 3x over 3. Okay, and then the last one. The last one we're going to simplify. We're going to take the derivative, then simplify. Now this is a great example of how simplifying can really make a difference. Now first of all, I'm going to rewrite it. Because of the square root, I'm going to put ln of parenthesis 7x to the third minus 2x raised to the 1/2. So I just rewrote it, did not take the derivative, just rewrote it. Now when I take the derivative nice and slowly, notice that overall this is ln. Overall this is an ln problem. So how do we take the derivative of an ln? It's an ln of something, right? So to take the derivative of an ln, it's 1 over whatever you're taking the ln of, which is 7x to the third minus 2x raised to the 1/2, times the derivative of whatever you're taking the ln of. Now, the derivative of 7x to the third minus 2x raised to the 1/2 is going to be chain rule. So the 1/2 goes to the front, the inside stays the same, 7x to the third minus 2x, 1/2 minus 1 is negative 1/2. So again, overall it's ln, 1 over whatever you're taking the ln of times the derivative of whatever you're taking the ln of. And notice that chain rule was used. So now we're going to do some cleaning up. So we took the derivative is correct, and this is where we're going to see that simplifying this 1 over 7x to the third minus 2x raised to the 1/2 times 1/2 7x to the third minus 2x raised to the negative 1/2 can be simplified a lot more. So what happens is we have 1 over parentheses 7x to the third minus 2x to the 1/2. Now the other 7x to the third minus 2x to the negative 1/2, we can bring that to the bottom, 7x to the third minus 2x raised to the 1/2. And then on the top we'll have 1 times 1/2. Now remember, if what's inside the parentheses is the same, then you add the exponents. So what ends up happening is what's inside the 7x to the third minus 2x is the same, 7x to the third minus 2x, 1/2 plus 1/2, you're left with 7x to the third minus 2x, 1/2 plus 1/2 is 1. Then 1/2 times 1 is 1/2. So this simplifies. You can leave the 1/2 on top, or you can put, oh, sorry, was one step missed. Up top, don't forget, we have to take the derivative of the inside. Sorry about that. Derivative of the inside. So the 7x to the third minus 2x, the derivative of that would be 21x squared minus 2. Sorry about that. We're going to bring that down, 21x squared minus 2, and 21x squared minus 2. So again, recap, how do you take the derivative of 7x to the third minus 2x minus raised to the 1/2? The 1/2 goes to the front, inside stays the same, subtract 1, but then don't forget derivative of the inside, So the derivative of 7x to the third is 21x squared. The derivative of 2x is 2. Sorry about that. Then we bring that down. We have 1 times a half times 21x squared minus 2. Then negative a half is brought to the bottom. There's already 7x cubed minus 2x to the 1 half in the bottom. Then 7x cubed minus 2x to the 1 half. 7x cubed minus 2x to the 1 half. 1 half plus 1 half is 1. On the bottom, that's on the bottom. On the top, we have 1 times a half times 21x squared minus 2. So if we distribute that half, one way to write it would be 10.5x squared minus 1 in the numerator and 7x cubed minus 2x in the denominator. That would be a simplified final answer.